Mitchell inside. Whitney Harrington loading and popping it in. How about that?
That was a gorgeous shot.
Let's talk about the reasons you came to Jewell. What was it like getting out of school as a high school senior and looking for a college? Why Jewell?
Well, I would say the main part is that I come from a small town. So I graduated with 13 in my class. So I was kind of looking for the small environment, like just like the, I guess you could say homey feeling, like it. And then I came and visited with my mom and my dad, and they took us around, just like the people that I talked to. I was like, I'm pretty sure the first visit I was like, this is it. I go, this feels like everybody was just so welcoming, and I was like, I want to go here. So
was there a course of study that you really wanted to look at, or was it just kind of the atmosphere?
I had actually thought, I knew coming out of my senior year of high school that I wanted to be an elementary education teacher, and so I was kind of looking for the programs, and I heard from multiple people, from people here, from people back home that have heard of it, that this program is one of the best. So that helped a lot, make it a lot easier to choose. So.
Are you a country girl, or did you kind of grow up in the town?
Well, I grew up in town, but right across Main Street from my house is a field. So, I mean, I per se didn't grow up on a farm or anything, but my uncle, my grandma has one, so I grew up riding horses a little bit, and so I'm not afraid to get dirty.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I actually tore my ACL in high school. So it was my summer during my freshman year going to my sophomore year, and we were playing in a basketball tournament, and it was just kind of like your usual basketball tournaments that you go to. Like, they don't have like official refs, so they're just like high schoolers that are reffing you and stuff. So I mean, it was a little crazy, but I went up for a layup, a girl ended up pushing me, and my foot planted, but my body kept turning, and that was a big step back, I guess, for my career. And in high school I was really involved in volleyball, and basketball were my main sports, and I had to sit out my whole volleyball season my sophomore year, and that was just, I went to practice the first day and I had to leave because I couldn't handle watching it and not participating. So I just was big in sports. So, and then it took me 6 months to get back, and so I had to go to rehab. Came really close with my personal trainer, and he helped me so much through it, and he became part of my family. Like, my mom would take him cookies and just Rice Krispie treats, anything, just because he helped me so much emotionally and physically, obviously. And so that was a little step back, but bounced right back from it.
I meant to ask you this earlier, so let's do it now. But talk a little bit, if you would, about your family, your mom, dad, and brothers and sisters, that sort of thing. Okay. Well,
my mom is Nancy and my dad is Mike. Small town people, I guess. My mom teaches at our K through 12 school building. That it's all connected. She's been in teaching for many, many years. I won't tell her, give her age. So, but she was one of the people that made me just work hard in school and in basketball. Like, she played all through high school. She actually ended up going to Northwest but tore her ACL, so then she ended up going to just the different schools and ended up her career at Peru in Nebraska. And she's just my motivation to keep going, keep trying, and how just growing up, and I had her 7th grade through 12th grade as my math teacher, so I got to see how she helped other students, including myself, and I think that's probably the main reason I want to become a teacher, so I can impact children's lives just as much as I saw her do. And like, she comes in the morning, she stays late, like whatever needs to get done. But my dad, he is my go-to guy. He is just like, if I need to talk about anything, I can call him up and be like, Dad, listen to this. And he'd be like, in the conversation, he'll be like, Whitney, you're going to be okay. And that's just, a lot of people say we're a lot alike, so I know you know how funny I am. So you could just imagine that with a couple years on me, so no. But he's just a great guy, very caring. We come from a caring family, and they've just shown me so much compassion, and it's just, I don't know, they've just been really great and really supportive. And like we said earlier, maybe I don't get as many minutes as I'd like and as they'd like also, because, you know, when you're a parent, your child is always the perfect, and yeah, so they always come and support me when they can, and it's just great to have somebody to go to after the game and just be like, you did good, you did good. And I'm like, oh, I know, but no, they're great. I also have two sisters. One's, she actually just got a new job, and she's working at a cellular company, and so she's starting her career right now, and she probably was, whenever I was growing up, no offense to Courtney, but Stephanie was the one I'd be like, Stephanie, can you do my hair? I need to look good to go to school and stuff like this. So she was my motivator to, when I started, you know, growing up a little bit. And then Courtney, you asked Stephanie or I, she's the smartest of the three. So, I mean, she's always been the one that I've been trying to be like. I will always strive to have grades like her. Like, I'm pretty sure in high school she probably had all A's on her transcript. So I strive to, she's my motivation to be successful in the like scholarly part of my life. And she's been married for a while now, and she's actually pregnant, and so I'm going to be an aunt, which is really exciting. She's actually due the beginning of March. So I'm going to spoil her child as much as I can, so that's exciting.
It is exciting. Anybody else you want to mention?
I can keep going about my family forever, but I will mention my grandparents have been really supportive of me, and they're also people I can talk to, and my grandma Pat, she's always been there. I went to her house before I went to school, and she would always take me out to the diner for biscuits and gravy in the morning for school, and I actually just called her this morning and talked to her, so she was working on a puzzle. So I interrupted her puzzle making, but it's alright. She wanted to talk to me, I knew it, but, and my other grandma, she's just been there. She actually had 5 children, so she had to raise all them, and it's just, I'm just so grateful for how she made, like, all her children turn out, because it's just a great family. And my grandpa actually passed away last September, so I have 2 wonderful grandmas left.
A lot of players come to Jewel, or any college really, and have been, you know, the predominant player in their program at high school, and then they find out life's a little different at the college level.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about? What's that experience been like?
I have experienced that. My high school team, we did what we could. We didn't have tryouts, so it was if you wanted to play, you worked hard and you played, and that's what we did. We had a lot of girls that worked hard, maybe weren't as talented, so in that aspect, I was more one of the main leaders and stuff, so I don't know, people looked to me to make stuff happen on the court, and then coming here, it was kind of hard just because your roles change a lot, like you said. Like, you go from being the person that is looked to maybe to the person that somebody looks to you for maybe motivation, or like for, like me personally, I mean, don't get as many minutes as I'd like, but when I'm on the bench, I'm always cheering and like telling the girls to keep going, and I think that helps them a lot. Like, sometimes they get down themselves, I'm like, hey, you're okay, like, just keep going. So it was a little difficult at first getting into it, but I think once you find your niche in the community, wherever you choose, like here for Jewel for me, I think it worked out okay. So.
How about school? What are you doing in school? Has that been a challenge? Because we hear all the time about the high level Jewel academics. How's it been for you?
It's been interesting. I've been keeping up okay. So it's nothing that, I mean, anybody couldn't handle, but it is. I just don't think people understand what athletes, even here at Jewel, have to go through, and also have to get their studies done and everything like that. You're so tired at night, you might need a little power nap and then wake up and do homework. That's what usually happens in my life. But yeah, it's a little difficult. You come into class and people have had time to get everything done, and I'm just kind of like, I'm lucky I got my stuff done, so, because I had time. But
you're moving up on, I guess, halfway through your college career.
Yeah.
How about life at Jewel? Friends here now? Is this a place that you look back, you know, after you're done and say, this was a great time in my life?
I've actually thought about that. I am. Next fall I start student teaching, which is really crazy. So that's like telling me how old I'm getting and stuff. So my friendships here are irreplaceable. They are nothing like I could have ever imagined having. And I think just the basketball program and how everybody's so close, like, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything more. And when I left high school, since like I only had 13 in my class, obviously like we were like a little family, and I still have best friends from back home that I talk to every day, and so I was like, I'm not going to meet anybody that can like replace these guys or anything like that. And I came in here my freshman year, and everybody was just open arms. Like they were like, welcome to our family, like you are a part of us. And just growing up, like I know some people have left Jewel that I was really close to, and I still, those connections are like, you can't break those. Like I still talk to one of my best friends, Corey. She left last year, and I still talk to her, and like Jackie's graduated, and she's one of my best friends still. And it's just, I mean, I think it's since it's such a small community, you just make bonds that are forever. And that's like one of the main reasons I love it here so much.